Hey guys, Dr. Rob here, and I wanted to welcome you today to my next whiteboard session. There's so many diets out there: low carb, high protein, low fat, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free. Well, what's the best for the thyroid gland? How should someone eat to really help their thyroid gland so that way they can more effectively lose weight if there's thyroid problems present? Well, here's what I came up with, and here's what we're going to go over today. But before we do that, you need to have just a little bit of an understanding of how this gland works. So first off, the thyroid gland, shaped like a butterfly, sits right below the Adam's apple in a guy, same place in a woman. The thyroid gland makes predominantly T4. So T4 is a relatively inactive form of thyroid hormone when it comes to burning fat, making energy, being good for the skin. T4 has to travel through the bloodstream and make it to the liver. When it reaches the liver, then the T4 is converted to T3. Now T3, as it leaves the liver, travels through the bloodstream and goes into the receptors in the cells. When it makes the receptor, it tells the cell to burn fat. So we have to look at where this could potentially break down. The first place is here in the thyroid gland. Does the gland have everything it needs to produce the thyroid hormone? The two big things it needs is the amino acid tyrosine that comes from protein, and iodine, which comes from sea vegetables, from cranberries, from alfalfa sprouts, and other places. So we have to make sure the diet is good in those things. So we actually want a higher percentage of protein in our diet, about 40% protein. Now, the thyroid gland is sometimes prone to inflammation. So we want lots of anti-inflammatory fats that could come from fish like salmon, that could come from things like avocado and flaxseed and olive oil. We actually want about 40% of our diet fat, about 40% of our diet protein, and about 20% of our diet carbs, maybe even a little less in the carbs and a little bit more in the fat. So that's what the thyroid gland needs to manufacture T4. But where else can this break down? In the liver. So the liver has to convert to T4 to T3. But what happens if the liver is overloaded with toxicity? Well, we got a problem. So if the liver can't convert T4 into T3, then there's going to be problems with the ability to burn fat. So of the 20% of the carbohydrate intake, we want half of our carbohydrate intake to be from good cleansing vegetables. Not too many of the cruciferous vegetables, because they could interfere with the absorption of iodine into the thyroid. The cruciferous vegetables are kale, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, those type of things. For the liver, we want more of those general greens, such as asparagus, romaine lettuce, chard, things along those lines that are cleansing for the liver, but will not interfere with the absorption of iodine into the thyroid gland. So that's really the type of eating program we're looking for the thyroid. So I hope you found that information beneficial. If you did, please click the subscribe button and share this information with a friend. Thanks very much and have a great day.